Hello, for anyone new, I'm George. This is Phat Ninja Farm. It's 8-year-old permaculture designed food forest. Means there's a design to all this put together using permaculture principles. Today's video, because it's so beautiful out, it's April 14th. Tomorrow's our average lost frost, so you can see the abundance or beginning of abundance already. Just thought I'd stroll on this outside. Over there is where we grow our annual food crops, but strolled on this food forest side to show how many things are getting started already. Just standing here below me, this is a different kind of elderberry we're just starting to grow. It's just starting to put out young flowers now. That's called a goldberry, something like that. I might be mispronouncing it. Around that are these black raspberries. That's a summer-bearing raspberry, bears every 2 years. In front of it is a mulberry, Illinois everbearing. And the guild in front of that, we have a lot of strawberries, all setting fruit. There's some yellow raspberries on this side. This is a honeyberry. It's like a blueberry, but doesn't need as acidic of soil. That's an Asian pear. Same thing, a lot of the guilds out in front have the same things. Whether it's blueberries or honeyberries, jostaberries, gooseberries, currants, multiple varieties of those. Starts with irises and lilies and close to the trees because they'll come up first and compete with the grass. There's mint ground covers, multiple mints. We get into different kinds of flowers on the outsides that'll flower later in the year. I'm drawing a blank for some of the names. Sedums, things like that. This is a jostaberry here. We have bush cherries like this Nanking cherry and cornelian cherries. Or gooseberries. These are a twice-bearing or ever-bearing. I'm sorry, not everbearing. Fall-bearing raspberry. So with fall-bearing raspberry, we have what flowered last year till the first fall. That stopped, and then this year it starts again where that left off last year. But at the same time, it's giving us a new cane this year, and that'll be this fall's berries. There's 2 ways to manage that type of raspberry. You can cut that off while it's dormant. It'll put that energy into this fall's berries. You'll get more berries that way. Or getting a spring harvest and a fall harvest. We do it both ways. We're just walking around looking at the abundance. I always digress, but there's just so much going on. This is a kefir pear. Looks like it's got a good harvest of pears this year. Most of our pears got zapped by that last hard frost. Down below it is a red gem, or a scarlet, I don't remember, I have to look at the tag. Gummy berry. It's my favorite of the nitrogen fixing berries. This is a gooseberry, I don't remember which variety. Hinamaki red. We have a Hinamaki red, a Hinamaki yellow, multiple varieties of currants. Just the black jostaberries. This is a gooseberry. It's one of our oldest ones. It's one of the mother plants for so many of the plants. Given away and on the property. It's apple tree here. On that note, I'll say, write down your apples. I have to look through my old videos to figure out which one's which. Don't remember what variety that is. I want to say here, this is our largest, oldest guild. Key species being that apple tree. This is another gummy berry, our oldest gummy berry, but you just see how loaded it is with berries. Flowers at this point. Fig hasn't flowered yet, or hasn't leaved out yet. It will shortly. This is the silverberry, another nitrogen fixer. And that's the autumn olive. I did a video on those yesterday. The 3 nitrogen fixers we use, all coming out at different times. Down below is Sochan, again more of the same in guilds, different kinds of flowers, working their way from the inside out. Another type of sour cherry, I don't remember the name of this one. It's new to the property. And wineberries, and Josta berries, and Nanking cherries. That's a Gold Rush apple. A lot more mints, chocolate mint, and spearmint, peppermint. Stinging nettles. Pawpaws are just starting to get their leaves. These are my original Nanking cherries. This one and this one here, they're not leaving out. They're a little behind. I think I used some of the, I always ramble on, but if you're watching this long, you're interested. But I always take the debris out of the bottom of the pond and cover my beds with it. And I think I just suffocated these plants. So I've undug them. I'm starting to get some leaves. Hope I didn't kill them. I won't do that again. I'll compost it instead. I do pump the water up on here out of there. And that works real well. Pumping the nutrient-rich duck waste water up onto the garden beds. But back to the tour of what's going on right now. These are a lot of our oldest blueberries. Frost didn't get them too bad. And blackberries, and varieties of raspberries, and elderberry. Looks like this pawpaw's flowering nicely. Chance we get pawpaws this year. I doubt it. It's still young. This is looking up into the annual garden. Long-term annuals down here. You can see the potatoes planted, and garlic and onions and things like that. But lots of perennials as well. What else do we want to see over here? Maybe we'll walk up through there. This new grape from neighbor Julie. Thank you, Julie. Replacing the ones we had here. They weren't doing well. They'll climb this arbor. It's another pawpaw. So it's 3 pawpaws we have in this triangle. And like I said, all the long-term annuals are mixed in here. You'll see garlic and leeks and potatoes and onions. There's also this hazelnut, yellow raspberries, Josta berry, pear, a couple grafts on it. This is the red gem gumi. Another apple tree. And you have trellis around the grape plant here. Another hazelnut. Rather than just saying hazelnut, I'll tell you which this one is. This is a scarlet, I believe, and this is a theta filbert. Scarlet from. Peas gonna climb here. Carrots planted in the back. But you just see how diverse it is mixed in. How much can be stacked in here. Yes, rows of crops would do much better on their own, intensely planted. But spreading things out and mixing it in like this helps hide it from the pests as well. And now I'll go back to planting annuals. That was a long tour. If you're still with me, you must have enjoyed it, I hope. Please like, share, and subscribe. We just share this because it's just so, I don't know if it's picking it up. It's just, I was in a real pissy mood this morning. Came out and started gardening, and I just, change can be better than a holiday. Change is needed. It's past time to talk about it. I don't go on and on, but please like, share, and subscribe. We created this channel to show the changes we're making here. These changes came because of climate change awareness. In general, the way we live being out of tune. See ya.